Hi, my name is Rabbi Yaakov Frankiel, and I'm the director of Columbus NCSY 2014 Chapter of the Year. Everybody has challenges, and some of them we don't know how we're going to overcome. The competition is too stiff, or I don't got the skills or the background. Whatever it is, sometimes we don't know where we're going to get the energy from. I got a message for you. There's a villager by the name of Moshe. And this guy decides one day he's going to travel to the big town on the train. Now, nobody from his village has ever been on a train. But he saves up his money, he buys himself a ticket, and he comes to the platform on the day of departure. So he's looking around on the platform, and he's trying to figure who's going to tell him how to get around on the train. He sees all these fancy folk, people who he frankly doesn't feel comfortable with, and he's like, no way, not with these people. And then he looks to the other side, and there's some simple people, maybe beggars, villagers like him. He says, yeah, these are my kind of people. And so he sidles over to those guys, and starts talking to them. Everybody's going to the train, getting on the train. Yeah, we're getting on the train. Terrific. So the train pulls up. Conductor starts yelling, all aboard! And the first class passengers just line up and get on the train. Well, Moshe and his buddies are waiting back. Moshe doesn't know what for, but hey, when in Rome, right? So they wait for the train to start moving, and then this whole group of beggars start running for the train. And they catch onto some bars at the end of the train, and they jump up and they pry open a door in the back of the last car, which is the baggage car. And they slip inside. And Moshe is with them. And all these guys, they find little corners where they can hide, and behind bags and on the top shelf of something. And Moshe does the same thing. He says, hey, this is how you travel. He takes his ticket, and he's all sweaty and crumpled by now, and he just covers himself with his bag, and he sits there, and an hour goes by, and 2 hours go by. Finally, bang! The door to the train slams open, and there is standing the conductor with 2 giant cops behind him. And these guys are ready to get rid of the stowaways. And so they start moving through the car, and they find one guy, and they scream at him, where's your ticket? And the guy's like, I lost it, and they throw him off the train. And another guy, where's your ticket? The guy's like, and they throw him off the train. And finally they get to Moshe. And the guy's shivering, he has no clue what he's supposed to do over here. And the conductor says, where's your ticket? And Moshe picks up his ticket, and he hands it to him. And the conductor grabs it, and he looks at it and he says, what are you doing here, buddy? You have a ticket way up in first class. Come with me. And he takes him, and he drags him through 1, 2, 3 cars all the way up front. And he finds he has his own special padded seat, cushions, and, good service, and tea and everything. And the conductor says, you idiot. What were you doing back there? You had a first-class ticket, buddy. You had a first-class ticket. We're Moshe. We're that guy. We don't believe it, but we got everything we need in our back pocket. We've been through a lot. We got the skills. We got whatever it takes. Hashem has got our back. This same thing happens in this week's Parshat. The Jews make it through the desert, and they're about to go into Israel. And they send in these spies, and the spies come back with a really nasty report. And the people start crying. But when do they start crying? Not when they say, hey, there's these giants, and they're going to kill us, and we're dead, and it's over. And it's not when they say, hey, they got these cities which are so fortified, and these walls going up to heaven, and there's no way to scale it, we can't break it, we're dead. No. It's when they say that we look like bugs to them, and we looked like bugs to ourselves. We felt like bugs. Then the whole nation falls apart. And the question is, why then? And the answer is, if our leaders feel like bugs, there's nothing left. If we don't believe in our own ability, then there's nothing Hashem's going to do to help us. And the same thing is true in our everyday lives. If we don't believe in our own ability to overcome, we don't believe in our ability, we got that first class ticket, then we don't got anything. You gotta have heart. Good Shabbos.